Alrighty, as requested, and y'all want to see more of these, so we're gonna do these where I get represented with a hero and I just give my overall thoughts and opinions on them. And I figured why not go to Goki next, as he's the one I still play the most out of all of them. And I'm just gonna give my overview on him. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be a good one, as he is a community hated and is in a pretty sorry state, but we'll get into his weaknesses later on in the video. But so far, let's go over the good. And is this character fun? Yes, to me, he's fun. Obviously, he's going to be my main. But fun is subjective, and what's fun for me might not be fun for you, but he is a fun hero, and he can be very fun when people don't know what they're doing. There's a big emphasis on that. Now, his drip, his fashion is absolutely amazing. Like you can see here, you can make some pretty good drip with him later on. Even some of his low level gear actually looks really good. You can do a lot with him. And his finishers, perfect, brutal. Though I'm still waiting for a hug execution. I need Ubisoft to give it to me, and my life will be complete. Now, in terms of his kit, what does he have that's good? He has his iframes on his headbutt. There's a lot of iframes on them. There's no joke about that. This fat man can be nimble, but the iframes, they can be pretty easily countered, and they don't really mean as much in the grand scheme of things when we get into the weaknesses. Now, he does have variable timed heavies, which is also strong. That can fuck with a lot of people who try to parry on light timing or just try to parry your lights. It can mess with a couple people, but any person with a brain's not going to try and parry the Shugoki unless he's being obvious. And arguably one of his most strongest tools is he has a very strong tier 4 that can infinite somebody. Meaning if you get them in this and you know how to do the punish, they're dead. There's nothing your opponent can do, especially if a teammate guard breaks for you. There's absolutely nothing. And his tier 2s and tier 3s are no laughing matter. And you can arguably even run Iron Lungs on Goki with his super sprint to keep running, but he has Jug, he has Longbow, and he has Staggering Blow. 3 really strong feats. However, that's where the good stops. And it's unfortunate to say for my main, but I gotta look at it realistically. Shugoki is not a good hero. He's not, and I know a lot of people disagree, but I'm going to explain some weaknesses with the character to give my perspective on it. So let's go into the bad. What he does bad. His damage is low. You might say, Ian, what do you mean? 28 damage. Yeah, that's fine. A 28 charge damage heavy is fine, but if you look at it in the grand scheme of things compared to everybody else in a tournament setting or these other heroes like Zanhu, Raider, MJ, they do more damage than Goki and even have more hyper armor. They just output more damage than him, and they're going to beat Goki. They're going to, just damage-wise. And his gank, go play Medjai. Literally go play Medjai if you want to do a Shugoki hug gank. It is literally Shugoki hug gank, except 10 times better, and that gank debuffs them. It's a funny gank, but Goki's is horrible. It's not really worth doing unless you're in a later conquest round to where Medjai isn't really seen as much. And his 1v1s are also bad. They're really bad too. Like, what is a Goki gonna do to you in a 1v1? If you parry his neutral lights and you just sit there and look at his variable timed heavies, he has nothing. And if you see a Goki charging up your unblockable and a blockable in your face, you can just guard break him or bash him out of it. Goki has many weaknesses and can be interrupted a lot. And I know earlier, this man can be nimble and quick with the headbutt, but in a team fight, if you're trying to play him optimally, he feels very clunky. And you're a sitting duck. Go ahead and charge up that 28 damage unblockable. See how much you eat in return for 28 damage on maybe only one guy in the corner. It's simply not worth it in a team fight, and it's a shame, really. And his chain pressure sucks. Oh geez, 10 damage headbutt into an unblockable that he's either going to let fly or guard break. There's no threat. There's no threat the higher up in matchmaking you get. There's none. Now, Goki can bully at lower levels because they don't know how to fight the character and they don't know his weakness. But your top level, your Dominion series, hell nah. Goki gonna get bullied and his lunch money gonna be stolen by Request over in the corner doing 10 times more damage and 10 times the better gank. And in terms of his hyper armor, others have more hyper armor too. That's the thing. These other characters have more hyper armor. Raider has more hyper armor. Warlord has more hyper armor. Even Warmonger. Warmonger has better hyper armor. MJ, like literally, if you want to play a almost like an S tier version of Goki, just go play MJ. MJ literally does everything Goki does, but better. But it really sucks. It really, really sucks because I love the character to death, to be honest. But at the end of the day, in your average matchmaking, he's still gonna do well in your average matchmaking. When you fight that once in a blue moon comp team, yeah, you're gonna struggle, but to others, other players, other casuals, other people you run into matchmaking, he's gonna do fine. You're gonna do fine. You're not really gonna notice his weaknesses until you get higher up. And I think it's unfortunate because this character has been on a roller coaster in terms of balance. He's gone from dog shit to S tier, to dog shit to S tier, to in the middle, back to S. He's been all over the place, and now he's in the state he's in now where he's bad. But and this is just a little rant here. He really is honestly a community hated, and a lot of the community overreacts to Goki. And I know there was some stuff he had, like that hyper armor lights, that should have never been a thing, but he's kind of got gutted. And it's like, I feel like what a lot of people in the community do is they have a knee-jerk reaction to something. Oh my gosh, too strong, nerf this, nerf this, nerf this. Then the character get nerfed, and then look at Goki. And now you have all these other characters doing these insane things. You got a Fear with these dodge recoveries, MJ doing all this damage. And then you just got Goki. Shit out of luck, really. But if you want to play him, go ahead. I still think he's very fun. He'll definitely help you get better at the game, as you won't have as many tools available. And when you eventually move on to play other heroes, you'll be better just because of those lack of tools before. But that's all I really got to say about him. Would I recommend him in a tournament? Hell no. Hell no. Brother Goki ain't going to be in no tournament anytime soon unless it's later rounds of Conquest. But if you want to play him, go ahead. He's certainly one of the, not the worst in the game, but he's definitely down there as one of them. But it's unfortunate. Let me know if you like this type of video. Just let me know in the comments, like, subscribe, because I love interacting with y'all. I love to see what y'all want to do, and I know a lot of y'all like hearing my opinions. So yeah, let me know if y'all want to see more. I'll continue to be doing this more with my other heroes, and I'll just go through from most recent memory to the ones I played last, and some of these characters I'll have to play again just to get a feel for them again. But with that being said, don't forget to follow and subscribe to become a SEAL baby. Check out my Twitch, twitchtv.com/x1844. Stream there on my off nights. With that being said, I'll see all y'all in the next one.